Hey, I'm not sure where I'm gonna post this. So if you're watching this, then I guess I posted it. Honestly, this video is more for me than anything else. You see, a few months ago, I was thinking about life, and I realized that where I was when I was 15 and where I am today, they're not that different, and yet they're completely different at the same time. At 15, I was dealing with a lot of stuff alone. I thought no one understood me. How can they? I felt alone and like I was going to deal with this for the rest of my life by myself. I thought that was my forever. That where I was at 15 wasn't going to change. And part of me was right. It's not going to change. The truth of the matter is, the stuff that haunts you, it follows you forever. I think the best you can do is just learn to cope with it. I had this friend. Her name was Emily. I met her in middle school. And I know it's weird to say, but she kind of just got me. And from middle school all the way throughout high school, I had plenty of friends. And if you would ask all these friends I had, they would tell you different stories about me. Why? Because I showed everyone a different aspect of me, but just a little bit of aspect of me. But if you put all of these people's stories of me together, then you start to create a better picture of me. I did that because I was afraid to count on anyone. I felt like no one was going to stick around, so what's the point? But Emily kind of stuck around for a while. Looking back on it now, I feel like it must have been frustrating for her. I was just this kid who was angry and hurt and thought that was my forever, and she would give me these amazing advices, and I wouldn't listen. I have this friend now who once said, you know, what's the point of giving advice to someone who doesn't listen? They don't want to get help. And at first, I was like, yeah, man, I agree. But then it hit me that I was the person that never listened to advice. And it wasn't that I didn't want to get help, it's that I couldn't see it clearly, you know? It was like everyone else saw the real picture and I only saw a spot on the wall. The reason I brought up Emily is because even when I didn't listen to advice and I still complained about the same problem, she never got mad. She was patient and she stood by me, and I don't think I'd be here if I didn't have a friend like that. I stand here at 23 and I look back at the advice she gave me and I understand it now, but I didn't then. And that's when it hit me. I don't know what hit me. And that's when it hit me. Life moves at different pace for different people at different times. I think that in high school I had to come to terms with my anger, my sadness, my brokenness, my embarrassment, my everything. I tried so hard to pretend like it wasn't there. I had to come to terms with it before I could actually solve it. You know, it's easy to say, oh, I know what my problem is, I can fix it. But the truth of the matter is, we're all running away from life. And if you would have asked 15-year-old me, I would tell you, I'm not running away. But I was running away. I was scared of all these feelings that I did not understand. And honestly, I don't understand them now either, man. But life, it went on, and I expanded my knowledge. I listened to people I disagreed with. I listened to people talk about life in a way I never saw it before. And the more people in my life, the more perspective I had, and the more my mindset changed. Not because I was changing who I was, but because my knowledge was growing. Teenage me thought that they knew everything there was to life already. What was the point? Young adult me stands here saying I got a lot more to learn. And I think that's why I wanted to record this video. And that's why I want to make more videos like this. Because I know in a few years, my mindset on life would change from what it is now. I could one day say, hey, I love the color purple. And then a few years, I'd be like, nah, man, blue's where it's at. That's just an example, of course. But I want to see me grow. You know, I talk about it, how much I've grown, how much I've learned, how far I've come. But I think it'd be nice to be able to look back on these videos and see how far I actually did come. I don't know. Maybe you sound stupid. And who knows, maybe I won't follow through with it, because the truth of the matter is, I don't follow through with a lot of things. But I hope I do follow through with it. Because I want my knowledge to expand. I want to keep learning. I want to keep seeing the world in different ways, in ways I never thought to look at it before. And I want to be able to look back and see how far I've come, how much I've grown, because I think there's something beautiful in that. As of today, July 12th, I believe. July 12th. I stand here and this is what I think about life. I think life is no black and white, and it is complicated. And I think what makes life complicated are emotions, because the truth of the matter is you can't explain them. You can't explain what anger is, or hurt, or sadness. It just is. And we can try to explain it by connecting it to other things in life that other people might understand. But the truth of the matter is emotions are just emotions. They make no sense. And I think that is something in life that we must accept. Life is complicated. It makes no sense. And the minute we try to make sense of life is where we begin to get lost. I'm not saying, hey, don't question things and don't try to find the meaning of life, because yeah, it'd be nice to know what the meaning of life is, but I think before going to look for the answer of that, you must understand that there are multiple answers in the meaning of life. I know that tomorrow isn't guaranteed. I know that I don't have all the answers, and I know that I never will. But it doesn't mean I don't want to keep trying. Life is flawed. but beautiful. It is broken but wholesome. Life is life. And if you had asked teenage me, I would have told you life wasn't really worth it. And I'm not gonna lie, if you catch me on a bad day, I will say it again. But most of the time, I have faith in life and what it's gonna bring me. I hope one day I can wake up and be happy. Truly happy. Hope one day we can all wake up and be happy and feel love and not feel the pain of life. I think we all deserve love, compassion, hope. And I think even in our messed up ways that we do it, we're all trying to get that. I'm not perfect. No one's perfect. I think in life we're all just trying to hold on for dear life and hope for the best. And so, I'm gonna hold on. And if you need a hand to hold you down too, I'll be there. Okay. I think that's all I want to say right now. If you're watching this, I hope you get that happiness. In fact, I hope you're happy now. And I hope you feel that love and compassion in life and the hope. I hope you are the best. Because we all deserve the best. Thanks for listening, I guess. Peace.